order. For the announcements, item A, Special Olympics will be held on the track and field at UNCW on Wednesday, April 22nd.
Tomorrow. I would tell you folks, it is a fun event. I'll be calling a lineup of schools. So it's one of my annual favorite events.
Okay, item B, members of the board will attend the Hanover County Schools Compensation Review Committee on Thursday, April 23rd, 9 a.m., room 101 of the Administration Building. Item C, the Policy Committee will meet on Thursday, April 23rd at 10:30, room 101 of the Administration Building. And item D, the next regular meeting of the board will be Tuesday, May the 5th, 5:30 here in the boardroom. Any other announcements?
Yeah, just real quick. God, it seems like it was weeks ago, but it was actually Monday. Or was it Friday? We had a meeting with Mandy Lee, Rick Catlin, LaShawn, and Lisa about vocational high school. And I'd like to suggest that we put together a working group of not only us, but community leaders to really start that process moving. It was a great meeting on Monday. Crystal took the notes, and I'll get you those notes as part of the Thursday packet that we send out. But I think we've talked about vocational long before I got here, and I think it's time we start moving on that. And I'd ask Lisa, anything you want to add from that meeting?
No, I think that it was great to see the enthusiasm on Dr. Lee's part with the involvement, for getting the community college involved, and it was just good to get everybody at the same table.
And where I want to go with this is, there are lots of different ideas about what a vocational high school should look like. I think we need to discuss what our vision of that is. And Rick is going to look at the legislation that was passed last year and see what actual flexibility is in that. Because if you read it, it doesn't sound like there's as much flexibility as you would think. We need to look at funding source, 2-year model versus 4-year model. There's a whole lot of little pieces that go with that. So it's really something you guys as a board have talked about, and I'm just would like to help you move it forward.
Well, I think one thing's clear. We need to find out the Vernon Malone Center in Raleigh has yet to prove itself successful. And we do not need to repeat the mistakes that they have made in what they have done. I mean, built for 800 students, they got 135, 140. But, they kind of know what they did wrong, so we need to make sure that if we're going to start one of these, two things. Where are we going to get $20 million? They spent 28 to do theirs. And secondly, as I said, that we don't repeat the mistakes that they made.
And she's more than willing, that principal's more than willing to talk and to share what went right, what went wrong, and any kind of documentation. I mean, she's
well, that may be, but I mean, the article seems to suggest it's their vocational school offers a lot of AP courses, and it's suggested as more of almost a.
It actually is an early college.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and on that committee, I would recommend that we include a county commissioner, since we'll have to go to them for funding at some point. That we include city council, because we're probably looking at a location downtown, business leaders.
We could buy the Coca-Cola plant.
Well, and
that's what they did.
it's
available.
Yes, it's been available for years and years and years and years.
Is this something that could be more than just our county? Because I know we've talked, and I've received a phone call from the people over in Brunswick County, the chair and vice chair, wanting to get together with the chair and vice chair over here, and I suggested to also include Pender County.
There is legislation that allows for regional schools. It was passed, I think, 3 years ago. Primarily because up in the Northeast in those small counties, they've actually built one, but you can build a school that's a regional school.
Because I know they're much larger than we are, but it might not be practical, particularly for Brunswick County.
So I will bring that as a formal recommendation at the May meeting.
That's good.
And like I said, vocational is something you guys have talked about in various stages for as long as I've been here. I think there's finally
15,
enough
20 years.
enthusiasm to make it work.
We had proposed that Virgo be a vocational high school at one time.
Any other announcements? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, we are adjourned.